So this is gonna be a little bit more of a chill, laid back video. I didn't really feel like kind of setting up my camera and doing the whole shebang, you know, over there. So I decided to set it up right here. I do have a studio light you can see in the back. I hope that doesn't throw it off too much, but I am gonna be getting ready, trying some newer products. So I don't know if I'll include this in my vlog or if I'll just do this as a separate video. We'll see. I have a lot of new products to try from my friend Emma, who is getting rid of stuff, and then also I have a bunch of Gerard cosmetic stuff because I am in the process of testing it out so I can do a video for you guys. So I decided to sit down and maybe turn the camera on a little bit. I'm gonna pull out my Catrice foundation. I haven't used this in a while. But first of all, I'm going to prime my skin with the new primer, the Maybelline Master Prime Primer, the Blur and Illuminate one. Illuminate, I don't know why I said that. So it's like a light pink shade. I like the feeling, it's like a nice and smooth texture. I can tell that it is illuminating just from my hand. I actually kind of like that. It looks really nice. It's not too over the top either. Nice. I am going to apply, I'm going to go damp my sponge really quickly. I just did one squirt. I'm just going to go in with my sponge right away and just do kind of a thin layer. It is pretty full coverage, and I think if I go in with a thin layer, I'll be okay. It's usually like when I sit and build this foundation up that it looks too much. So I can give you a little life update. I had my grad party. Well, as you can imagine, I'm sure most of you that have graduated from high school would know what it's like to be a senior and how busy it is. And those of you who haven't, I'm sure you can imagine what it would be like, because I'm, you know, graduation and all the grad parties. Like on Saturday, I went to 11 grad parties. 11. Like, that's a lot. So I had mine on Sunday. Today is Tuesday. Yesterday was kind of a weird day. It was like a recovery day. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to lately. Okay, so one pump. Just did my whole face with a light thin layer. And I think that's plenty. Because when I start to build this foundation up, I do notice that it does kind of start to look a little cakey and makeup-y. It says lightweight and non-oily texture that feels like a second skin, provides a long-lasting full coverage without mask effect, and creates an even complexion with high definition finish for camera ready skin. Dermatologically tested. Shake before use. I didn't shake it. I mean, it is a little bit more mattifying though, so if you have dry skin, you might want to add an oil. I don't know. It's not too terrible because my skin's pretty dry. Well, not right now, but normal to dry, and it is okay. And I do feel like that primer did give it a little more illumination. I don't have a concealer. I only have 3 concealers, you guys. If you watch my declutter, which I'll link down below, I got rid of most of my concealers, which I didn't have that many in the first place. I'm just going to use my Catrice. I don't feel like having a super full coverage concealer. Anyway, I know this is more of a fuller coverage foundation, but I do want this to be a more natural. I'm not going to be doing, I mean, I don't even know what I'm doing today, but I don't need anything super high coverage. The thing with like this one compared to like the e.l.f. one is the e.l.f. is a lot thicker and like more, yeah, like thicker, I would say. This is thinner. It still has a lot of coverage, but it's thinner. Although I do want like a little brightening, so sometimes this is what I'll do. I'll just take like one tiny little dot right in here, and like this e.l.f. concealer really goes a long way. So like one tiny little dot will give me a lot of brightening and coverage. See? So, sorry, I'm looking in the viewfinder a lot. I don't know why. Grad party was crazy, and now I'm focusing on college stuff, which that is coming up quickly too. I just got my schedule emailed to me today, and so it's kind of starting to hit me a little bit. Okay, I did get the Gerard Cosmetics BB Plus Illumination Facial Cream. They say you can apply to clean skin over or under foundation or moisturizer. This is like an illuminator. I used this as a primer one day and I was like, And Gerard Cosmetics packaging is kind of cheap, dare I say. It's really cheap and the products are really expensive. So this like is like one little pump. It barely kind of came out, but it's a really pigmented, like really pigmented product. So I'm just gonna kind of tap it on my cheeks. I'm going to use the other side of this sponge to blend it out. It's honestly, actually, I think it might be better if I just picked it up with the sponge to blend it and not dot it on my face first. I think this is actually a really pretty illuminator though. I think this is like really pretty. I just said that twice in a row. It's not blending. I don't know why. It usually doesn't have this issue. Every time that I have used it, it hasn't really had an issue with blending. But right now it is, and I don't know why. So, I mean, you hardly need anything, and a lot comes out when you pump it. So, this is a product that I can imagine that you can waste really easily, which is not necessarily a good thing. I'm not sure how I feel about that product. I'm still going to try it out. Then I have the Bareminerals Mineral Veil Powder that I'm going to put on my under eyes. I haven't really played around with a lot of Bareminerals stuff, so this is interesting. I am very picky with powders too. I do tend to have more dry under eyes, especially in the winter. Right now it's okay. My skin's okay. I am picky with powders, and I can tell immediately if a powder is not going to work. So, it doesn't look like too powdery or anything. Why aren't we focusing? Okay. I think it looks okay. I also did get a Bareminerals all over face color, but it's like vanilla sugar radiance, so I think this is more of like a highlighter. And kind of dust it. Bareminerals is known for being like a little more natural, better ingredient kind of brand. But it is more of a highlighter, but it's more of a natural everyday highlighter, I think, for kind of like what the brand is, you know. But actually, this looks like a good product that I would do this normally with and just kind of dust it all over my face. The only thing is it does have a little glitter in it, but that's okay. I don't have like a bronzer or a blush. So I honestly think I'm just going to take my Benefit Dallas blush and just throw it on my cheeks and leave it at that. Just because I don't feel the need to get all bronzery right now. Even though I feel like I already have a lot of pink on my skin right now for some reason. I don't know why I feel that way. I'll take my bronzer brush and just kind of whatever is on the brush. Okay, now I just lied. I'm going to take a little bit of my Catrice Sunlover little bronzer. Just to hit just the slightest bit. I'm not taking too much here. And especially down my neck. Since this does kind of oxidize a little bit, I want to make sure it's blended good. Skin's looking pretty good. I am going to set my face. Actually, I might do it right now. So, Emma gave me the Flower Beauty Seal the Deal Long Lasting Matte Setting Spray. She doesn't like it for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, well, first of all, it feels like you're not getting anything on my skin. The mist is like so fine. But then there is that one, like, that you can like feel the one spray. The mist is very fine. It smells kind of good. I don't need mattifying though, so I just sprayed mattifying spray on my face that I don't need. Okay, I think I do need a little more illumination because this is not very illuminating. I'm going to take my Gerard Cosmetics Star Powder in Grace. This is a hella expensive product for something I don't think is really worth it. This brand, I mean, it is like an indie brand, so you have to bump up the prices, but it is really expensive for products that feel kind of cheap, if I'm being honest. Okay. I do like that Star Powder though. It is good. I have had that one and tried that one in the past. You guys, I've really been into just filling my eyebrows in with eyeshadow. So that's what I'm going to do today. I have been taking my LA Girl Quad and Urbanize, the Eyelux Quads, and just taking that more gray shade to fill it in. I also have a brow gel, Benefit Gimme Brow Gel from Emma, but it is a dark shade, and although I do have dark brows, I like to use more, as I'm using this darker shade, I do like to use lighter products, like especially with pencils, because I dye my hair and everything, so I want my hair to be, or I want my brows to be a little bit lighter, not so dark. Okay, I'm going to turn my camera off and kind of let it cool down because I know it's going to overheat soon, and then I'll come back once I'm done filling my brows in. Okay, I know why she didn't like the setting spray. There are little white dots on my face. There are little white dots on my face that are left from that setting spray. I'll just run the Gimme Brow through my brows. What is the shade? Number 3. I honestly just like the Essence Make Me Brow Gel, which is pretty much the same thing. But like, it's literally $3, whereas this is probably a lot. My lips need something. The Gerard Cosmetics Kiss Assist Lip Plumper. This is like a lot of people say this burns. I don't think it burns. It is like tingly and you can tell. I do have to say it does like, not really that it plumps them so much, but it does, I mean, you can tell. I do notice a little bit of a difference. It is cinnamony, and like I kind of like this stuff. I don't think it does like tingle, and you can feel it a little bit, but it's not too bad. I actually just really like this because it creates a really pretty glossy look. So I do really like this. This is just what it looks like. And their packaging is really pretty with their lip products. I think that's kind of where they hit it out of the ballpark, is their lip products. I'm gonna take my Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer. I used to rave about this all the time, and then I kind of went through it and I haven't used it since, but this was Emma's and she didn't want it, so I took it and I'm like, I'm gonna try it again. It's not like a sticky primer like the CoverGirl one, so if you want like a tacky one, this would not be it. I like my tacky one more for like if I'm actually doing like eye looks that are really intricate and I really want them to stand out. And I think I just want a very natural eye look. I do have the Lemonade Craze palette from Maybelline. I also have a bunch of these Kylie cream shadows. So this one's like a yellow gold, this one's like a rose gold, and this one's a copper. So maybe I'll do, this is the rose gold, this is the copper, and then this is the yellow gold. I actually do like this kind of yellow. I don't really like really yellowy gold shades, but this is more like a green yellow. It's different than like a really orangey yellowy gold, you know. I do really like these shades. I don't know if I want to use this one today. Okay, we'll decide in a minute. I'm going to go in with this Lemonade Craze palette first, and I'm going to go into Sunnies just to kind of set my eye. I'm going to go into Sweet Tea right here. This is like a, oh! I'm just going to go back in and kind of fluff out the edges, make sure everything is blended. It's not going to be like this super intensely pigmented shadow. If you're like looking for the top-notch quality, I mean, this is not it. I can already tell, but I mean, it does have good pigment to it. Sugar-coated shade. You barely put your finger in it and it is pigmented. But then some of them are just okay. I am going to go into Coral Punch, which is that lighter pink. Oh wait, there's also Berry Ice. Yeah, I'm gonna go into Coral Punch and just kind of add a little bit of pink in here. Honestly, my go-to look, which I've worn in a few videos, is like a light crease and a light shimmer on the lid, which is not normally how I am, but that's what this has been. Okay, I can tell that there is just like one deep part of the crease that does not want to blend, which is often common in a lot of more inexpensive shadows from the drugstore. I am going to go into Berry Ice, which is a little bit more of a lighter pink. That was really dusty compared to a lot of them. Just to blend out the edges. I think I'm going to go into the rose gold shade in the Kylie, just to have a kind of like a base. I like that shade. This is what the eyeshadow looks like. I am going to pop the Strawberry Lemonade, like the light pink shade, on top to brighten it. That is so pretty. Okay, I'm just going to go back in and kind of blend and make sure everything looks seamless, and then I will be back so I can change my camera. So this is the finished product. I did use the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume, which actually does give a good amount of volume once you really build like 3 coats. I mean, it looks pretty good. So that's about it. I'm going to set my face with the Morphe setting spray because I like that better because I'm finding white dots everywhere. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you stick around. I am working on some very exciting things that are coming soon, hopefully by the end of the summer here. In the next couple weeks I will be announcing. Oh, I was going to do lips really quickly. So this is what my lip plumper is doing, but they also have glosses, and this is in the shade Shimmer of Hope. This is really cool because they have a mirror and then you open it and there's a light. So you can literally look on the side and there's a light shining on your lips as you're applying. Isn't that cool? This is a lot lighter of a shade. I mean, it is wearable, You would almost want to wear this more on the center of your lips. I do have a lot of lip products from them that I will definitely be reviewing at one point, but I mean, it doesn't look too terrible on top of the Plumper too. It looks really great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.